everybody, welcome to the HopCast.
Thanks for venturing down to a nice little brew pub that you may have all heard of before.
Just outside Chicago, here in Munster, Indiana. We're here at Three Floyds.
Absolutely. And we want to thank Lincoln for joining us today. He's going to
My pleasure.
Have a little chat with us about what's going on, what they've done, what's coming up next. And it should be pretty exciting.
Why their beer is so awesome.
Yeah. How'd you do that?
Magic. Evil.
Yeah, so I'm having a Gumball Head, which many of you are familiar with. It's you guys have a wheat beer that's loaded with Amarillo hops, and we love that here on the show. So
God bless it.
And I have the Alpha King, also a favorite.
Yeah, absolutely. And you have one of the
Grosser Kurfürst, our Dunkel lager.
Yeah, just a pub beer that not bottled or anything. So you actually have to come down here to Munster to get it. But I had it for lunch. It was quite delicious. But you guys are really starting to pump out some major volume here.
I don't know about major volume. We're doing about 12,000 barrels right now, which, if you compare it to some of the other regional breweries like Bell's and Goose Island, we're about 10% their size. So major for us is one thing. You know, major in the terms of craft beer is a whole other thing. And you compare us to someone like Sierra Nevada, obviously we're
for sure
in the bucket. But we're doing 12,000 barrels. We're looking to go through another little growth spurt. Hopefully get up somewhere north of 15,000 barrels.
Right. Yeah. You took us and showed us around the facilities here before we sat down, and
lots of new stuff.
Yeah, you've added quite a few tanks, and you're planning on adding some more. Or they're on their ways.
Our brewers are hard at work, sourcing out new equipment, and trying to grow what we do.
And
so
how many
good times.
How many states are your guys' beer in?
We're currently in 4 states. We're throughout Indiana. We're in Chicago, in Illinois, and then we're in Madison and Milwaukee.
Okay.
And it trickles out a little bit from each of those cities. And then we also just opened Kentucky, part of Kentucky for specialty beers for
excellent.
Our 22-ounce bottles and stuff. So
excellent. Yeah. Something to note also is it's out. I mean, if you can get your hands on the bottles, that's awesome. You should feel lucky about that, because all these states out there and people that would love to have it. But not only that, come down and check out the brew pub, because there's a lot of, as this one is, great pub beers that you can't normally get. And, as we can see here, fantastic items to eat.
Yeah, the food is diamonds right now. We just hired, I guess not just, it's been about a year. We hired this chef, Benjamin Caulfield, and he's just doing amazing stuff in the pub. I mean, stuff that we want to eat. Our goal is to bring the pub to the point where the food is on par with what we do with the beer. I think it's. I mean, you're having a
clams,
absolutely
steamed manila clams
that's been steamed in some Gumball Head, some I believe some hot paprika. I know I had for lunch. Yeah, pork belly, absolutely. Can't forget that.
You say pork belly, I'm sold.
Yeah, it's the new bacon, really.
But I had for lunch. I had the lamb curry, which is dynamite.
And I had the Reuben, and I love a good Reuben. It's excellent.
Anytime you come here, you have to have a good Scotch egg, which is on the appetizer menu.
So what's the number one beer you guys have going out? Is it Gumball Head?
It's kind of
Alpha King?
Alpha King is always our flagship beer. I think Alpha King epitomizes what we do as a brewery, like what we're really all about. And I think it's tied right now as far as sales go, Alpha King and Gumball Head.
Okay.
I don't think I know it's tied. They're pretty much dead even.
Okay. I'm sure Gumball Head picks up in the summer.
Yeah, right. Right.
Gumball Head, I mean, we just can't brew enough of it. It's even right now, we've got a list of bars that I'm kind of managing somewhere in my brain that want to carry it on draft, and we just can't open any new accounts for Gumball Head because it's just out of control. I mean, even in the winter. Initially it was a summer beer, and it was 22-ounce bottles in draft, and then there was such demand that we decided to do it year round, and which I think works really well because it's a wheat beer, but it's kind of a lower percentage wheat malt, and then it's also hoppy. It's basically a wheat pale ale.
Yeah. It's very hoppy.
It's refreshing year round.
Oh, it's one of our favorites. Actually, I think we featured that beer on our first episode ever.
Yeah.
I think we have it on tap at home right now. So,
very nice.
I'm not sick of it.
I'm drinking it now, and I never get sick of it. So I get a lot of requests for this one. Coming around. Oh, if I'm going to a different state, pick me up some Alpha or some Gumball Head. Come on.
God bless those people.
Yeah. So yeah, it's got to be a good problem to have. You're, can't keep up with the demand, but you're working hard at it. So
we're working on it. That's for sure. So hopefully, hopefully in the coming year, we'll kind of at least be able to keep up with Chicago and Indiana and what everyone wants in this neck of the woods.
What else is coming on in the new year? I know we're going to have a highly anticipated Dark Lord Day.
Right. Do we have a date yet? There's a lot of people.
We don't have a firm date yet. We're looking the end of April. We should have our first couple meetings, I'm hoping, in the next couple weeks. And then we'll kind of firm up the date and start making some serious solid plans.
And then
get a band list, so on and so forth.
When do you officially start brewing it?
About 2 months out.
Okay.
So
that's all. Okay.
2 or 3 months out.
And that's because that's kind of a big boil, correct? I thought it was like a 3-hour boil as opposed to like your other beers are like 90-minute boils. It takes up quite a bit of time.
It's a nightmare to make. It's everything about Dark Lord Day is a nightmare. But I mean, it's a nightmare on this end, But then the day of the event is just so much fun, and it's all that hard work. Just seeing people come down and have a great time and listen to great music and drink great beers, and I don't know, it's just totally worth it.
Yeah, we've been here the last couple of years and had a blast last year. The year before, we didn't get any Dark Lord, but we had an awesome time.
Yeah.
Well, this year we'll make sure you guys are taken care of, right?
We had the golden ticket system was implemented last year,
right?
Which ensured that like if you did get a ticket, you were definitely, if you're coming down, you're going to get beer. So it basically eliminated the problem of standing in line for hours and hours and hours and then walking away with nothing other than a major huge buzz.
Which that's all right too.
Yeah,
we promised people last year that the golden ticket would guarantee them their allocation of beer, and it was funny because we still had people that were like waiting in line, like right as the line opened, they were like, I've been in line for 4 hours and these people are in line in front of me and they don't have a golden ticket. I'm like, well, when they get to the front of the line, they're not going to get any beer, so don't worry about those people. Like, I was like, as a matter of fact, get out of the line, have some fun, and come back when the line dies down. Like, what are you doing?
I think we waited.
Do you just like lines?
We waited longer in line to get in the brew pub than the golden ticket line.
Oh yeah, the brew pub line was out of control.
Absolutely, and
if only we could triple the size of the brew pub for that one day, it'd be great.
Yeah, that would be nice. It would be nice. And what's cool about is Dark Lord Day is having all the different guest beers that you have that come in that are like super rare and all that stuff, and also the different aged versions of Dark Lord itself. You have like a vanilla bean one that you do, and like a bourbon.
Oh wait.
Yeah, and bourbon, different vintages will come out. So there's definitely something special to be had, like as far as the party goes, even aside from grabbing some bombers of beer.
But the guest beers I think are really cool. I think that you've got Chris, Barnaby, and Nick, our 3 brewers, and they've got a lot of obviously friends. I mean, the craft brewing world is so small. So for them to call, fellow brewers and say, hey, we're having this event, can you send some beer out or whatever? And all these brewers are like so supportive and so responsive. And I think that coupled with the fact that the people that attend the event, we allow them to bring, home brew or whatever and share it outside, and whatever rare stuff you have, like you've somehow traded and got, a bottle of, I don't know, Pliny the Elder or whatever. And those 2 things I think really make the event. It's not like a festival where it's just come buy our beer and spend your money and then get the hell out.
It's a community thing. It's all about sharing your beers with other people and what they have, and just talking about craft beer.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thing that we go through so much hard work putting it on, and then the day of the event, that's the part that's like so cool to see. Like just the time that people have is fun.
Yeah, everyone has a great time. Like I love like when people just come down the line, hey, taste my Dunkel Weissenbach that I just made or whatever.
Right.
And and you're like, absolutely. And it's just such a cool environment to be in. To me, any environment's pretty cool if they have that great a beer. So all good by me. You got to come check it out if you haven't done so already. Or even
and then we have a website, darklordday.com, if anyone wants to find out a little bit more about it. We haven't updated it for this year yet, but once we have our first couple Dark Lord Day meetings, we'll get all that info up on the website. And then
I'm sure there'll be some tweets out about it on Twitter. And,
you can follow them on Twitter.
We've got Twitter now. We're fully technologically advanced. we're in some sort of century, approaching our century. It's a good thing.
Absolutely.
Facebook, Twitter.
Yeah.
Maybe we've got a MySpace. Does anyone do MySpace anymore?
Not really.
No. You can get rid of that one.
But,
Got it.
That's good because I haven't updated it in about a year. So, but yeah, so we have all that stuff. We have a new website. We're working hard on making our website. Pretty
Yeah, I
cool,
remember
dynamic.
last year darklordday.com being a very great resource because it was updated instantly, as far as I knew, and you could get a lot of great updates from that. So I know, even from us coming down here and telling people on Twitter that we were coming down here, we had a lot of requests. Hey, find out when Dark Lord Day is. So you heard it here first. It's going to be somewhere in late April, but stay tuned. So
It's normally the last Saturday of April every year. So that date isn't exactly firm yet. So I don't want to buy any plane tickets and then yelling at me on the day.
I'm
Yeah.
here and
Showing up, and we're closed.
we don't need people yelling at us either.
Throwing bricks to the window or whatever. But so check darklordday.com. We'll have the information soon.
okay.
Definitely by the end of January, I plan to have all the pertinent information up.
So as far as what's coming up, other than Dark Lord Day,
There's the CBC.
yeah,
Craft Brewers Conference. That's
exactly.
going to be a great event.
right.
And we've got a couple events tied into that, which I think are going to be a lot of fun. I don't know if you guys are aware of some of these. The Tuesday before the Craft Brewers Conference, we're doing our second annual Dog Floydapalooza,
Okay.
which is going to be just a blast. Sam Calagione from Dogfish Head is going to come out, and Nick will be there. It's at the Bottom Lounge in Chicago, and we have a bunch of bands play and tap some rare stuff. And basically the first half of the night is sort of an industry party to thank the people that own bars or manage bars that have supported us, over the past several years, both the breweries. And then we open it to the public, and there's going to be tickets sold online for it. And so Sam and Nick will be there kind of gripping and grinning, kissing hands and shaking babies and all that. And so that'll be a good event. And that's the Tuesday. I think that's the 6th to the 7th or whatever it is. Then the Wednesday, the first day of the Craft Brewers Conference, we have a collaborative party with Dogfish Head once again and Stone Brewing Company.
Oh, wow.
At the Publican. And that'll be 10 p.m. till 2 a.m. sort of.
Is it just beer? Is it beer and food? Kind of.
We haven't really worked out all the details. I almost fell on my ass. We haven't really worked out all the details, but I think there's going to be some food involved. It's going to be, I think, kind of like small plates, sort of a little nosh here and there, and drink a bunch of beer and kind of wander around, and not like a formal sort of publican sort of sit down and whatever sort of thing. It's going to be like a, kind of really casual, just party atmosphere. So I think that'll be a good time.
Yeah, that should be great. 4 heavy hitters right there. You've got Three Floyds, Dogfish Head, Stone, and the Publican. So I think I might put that one on my calendar.
It's gonna be a great event. I'm really excited about it. Aaron Terrell from Stone jumped on board right away. We did a party last year for the Great Taste of the Midwest called West Coast, East Coast, Third Coast, and so it's kind of doing that again.
Excellent.
And it's kind of that party was a ton of fun. That was up in Madison, and I kind of, for the Craft Brewers Conference, we've already got that partnership sort of formed, so I wanted to kind of build on that and kind of take it to the next level. So, and the Publican guys were in, those guys are awesome. So
Yeah.
Yeah, they're.
what more do you want?
So every once in a while you see kind of a new bomber will jump out there. Has that been, is that usually kind of like spur of the moment type of thing? Have you planned any of those for this upcoming 2010?
We might have one in the works for this year. I don't want to.
You can share.
Share it with the world. I don't want to. It's kind of tentative right now, but
Okay.
but we're planning one.
There is something.
Something that I think is going to be a lot of fun. I think if you like hops, this is going to be one not to miss. If you're scared of hops, you might want to stay away.
Come to the wrong place here on HopCast at Three Floyds.
Right.
So this might not be the episode for you.
Right. But yeah, we're working on the artwork right now, and I think it should be out in the next couple of months.
Excellent.
Tentatively,
Looking forward
once
to
again.
that, yeah.
I don't want to put any information out there and have someone
Somebody
throwing
yell,
bricks
yeah,
through
yeah.
my window at home, But we've got I don't know, it's kind of funny. We've got this really loyal sort of fan base.
Oh, yeah.
And before I got into this industry, I never would have thought that, people are just so hardcore. I mean, they're just
Yeah, beer people are. Yeah, they love the beer.
guys getting Three Floyds tattoos and stuff. I love it. I mean, we're all heavily tattooed, so it's but I don't know if I'm I got a Jameson tattoo, so I guess that kind of comes close. But
Really?
but no, I just really I think I speak for all the people in the brewery when we just really appreciate everyone that has supported us and continues to support us, and it's just so cool. So I mean, we're 9 people making all this beer.
Right, it's a small team.
And so like everyone that supports us personally, and it's a really cool thing. So
Yeah, I mean, I think it speaks for itself when if you put a great product out there, people are going to listen, especially in this market, So cheers to you guys. I want to thank you for joining us.
thanks for having me.
And
Cheers to you.
thanks for watching the HopCast.